Okay, so here we're beginning the first test. I'm going to go briefly on the questions of the first two pages, and then we're going to proceed from where we stopped yesterday. So the first question, it was talking about if a rectangle has a length of 20 centimeters and a perimeter of 60, what is its area? So we saw here that the rectangle has 20, but we don't know the 20 in length, but we don't know the width. So we used the perimeter to find the width of this rectangle by subtracting the total of the length. And we found that the rest is 20. So then we divided 20 on 2, and we had the width equals 10. So the area would be 20 times 10, which equals to 200. Okay, so the answer is B. And for the next question, we just the question asks us to find the total of these numbers. So when we add them together, we're going to see that, and when I try to align them together, I'm going to see that if I add the first digit here, it's going to be 0 plus 6 plus 0. So the only number that ends with 6 is C. So C is going to be the right answer. And for 3, the number of acute angles of the rhombus. So we're counting the acute ones.
Excuse me, teacher. In question 2, A also has
Yeah.
6, except it's not in the correct spot.
Yeah.
You said C was the one that had 6, but A also has 6, except it's not in the right spot. It's
Yes.
not a correct decimal.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, this one is, it does have 6, but it's not in the right decimal.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Abdullah. Okay. Excellent. So here we're talking about the acute angle specifically. So when we saw here that the angles, we have 2 angles each side, 2 small acute angles in each side with total of 8. And then we saw that here, these ones are acute. The ones here are acute. But the other 2, they're going to be obtuse because it's not logical for all the angles to be acute. So 2 are acute, 2 are obtuse. So it's going to be plus 2. So it's going to equal to 10. And okay, so and for question 4, we're looking for the different shape, and here in all the shapes, we see that the big angle is on the left, except for D. When you try to rotate it, you're going to see that it's on the right. So here, D is going to be the different one. Okay. As for questions from 5 to 7, we read the passage, and according to the questions, we're going to see like the phrases from the passage. So according to the passage, our observation of nova are hindered by the answer would be distance from Earth, as we see here. On the order of 25 nova occur in our galaxy, but only 2 or 3 are near enough to observe. So near enough means that they are far from us. In question 6, the production of supernova, we see here that in the sentence was mentioned, the last supernova was observed in 1604. And lastly, we have question 7. By the term new star, the author means one that has. The answer would be moved from a distant galaxy, and it's here. You can see that if the exploding star is a nearby part of the galaxy, it may create a new star that was not previously visible. Okay, so these were the questions that we discussed yesterday. Now we're continuing from question 8. Did you get the chance to open the questions and try to solve them yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. ممتاز. Okay, so starting with question 8. يلا عبد الله.
Okay, so you can see we start out with 2, then 3, then 5. So 8, 13. So you want to find the missing number in the following pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see that 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13, and 13 plus 8 is 21. So it's going to be 21.
It is going to be
And the
21.
number before
Excellent.
2, number before 2 is 1.
Yeah, can you explain? I didn't understand.
Okay, so so it starts off with 2, then 3, then 5, and 8 and 13, and wants to find the number at the end. And 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus
Okay.
5 is
Yeah.
13, and 13 plus 8 is 21.
Yes, exactly. ممتاز. Okay, so as Abdullah explained very well, the pattern here is adding the last two numbers, and we're gonna have the next third number. We're doing it the same here. 3 plus 5 equals 10. 5 plus 8 equals 13. So lastly, 8 plus 13 would equal to 21. Excellent. Okay. Question 9. Who can read question 9 for us? Deem, do you want to read the question?
A box can accommodate kg of apples, which Osama can pick in an hour and a half. How many kg of apples does Osama need to fill 10 boxes of the same type?
Mm-hmm. So in one box, it fills 4.5 kilograms of apples. So how many kilograms do I need to fill 10 boxes of them? So here the answer would be what? What do you think? Okay, so here, yes?
I'm not sure, but I think C.
It is C, excellent. So here, since one box gives us 4.5 kilograms, 10 boxes would give us, and I'm going to just multiply this by 10, so it equals to 45. Excellent. So here, what they mentioned about Osama, which Osama can pick in an hour and a half, this is just a misleading information that sometimes they put in the questions to try and mislead you from the real answer. So correct, team. ممتاز. Okay, question 10. The relationship between a goat and a Capricorn is like the relationship between a rabbit and... Yes, Haida?
Okay. So I'm not really sure what a Capricorn is, but I think it's like an idealized or like almost like cute version of a horse, like one that's like talked about a lot. So I think it's bunny.
Yes, it is bunny. Excellent. So a Capricorn is the name of the goat in the zodiac signs. I believe so. Like that's what I know. So it's like another name for the goat. The goat, I mean. Okay, so
okay.
bunny, yeah. So bunny is another name for the rabbit. Excellent, ممتاز. Okay. Question 11. Yes, Rital.
Someone said, if I died of thirst, I wish it wouldn't rain again. This proves that the person is selfish.
Selfish, excellent, ممتاز. So because he wishes that people do not have rain at all if he dies out of thirst. No one can drink water. So yeah, he's selfish. ممتاز. Okay, يلا, let's go to the next question. Question 12. Yes, Abdullah.
The buzzing sound is B-A.
Yes. So it's the bee. Yes, ممتاز. So it's the sound of the bee. The buzzing is the sound of the bee. Excellent. ممتاز. Okay. يلا, we're moving quite fast. ممتاز. Question 13. Okay, Vital, do you want to do question 13?
Yes.
Yeah.
Find the 99th term in the sequence 55, 60, 65. So the formula to find the term is P equals A plus N minus 1 in parentheses times D.
Excellent. Okay. So what is A here is going to be?
55, which is the first term in the sequence. And N is the term. So it's going to be 999 minus 1. D is the difference, which is 5.
Excellent. ممتاز, Rital. So here, lastly, do you know the answer of this equation?
I'm not sure, but I think it's A.
It is A. Excellent. So here it's going to be 5,045 in the in this term. Okay. So excellent, Vital. This is actually the formula that I was going to say. This is a formula used to find the term, a specific term in a series. Okay, that we know in a series with a pattern. You put in A. A is for the first term you have, the first number. N is for the term that you want to find. So here it's a 999. If it was 100, if it was 1000, you put it in here. Minus 1 times D, which is the difference. So we see here that it's 55, then 60, then 65. So the pattern is plus 5. So D will be 5. So exactly, we did the math and we had 5,045. ممتاز. Okay. يلا, question 14. In question 14 here we have a triangle and an outside angle. And we're looking for the measurement of ABC. What does ABC mean? Yes, Haida?
I think ABC means the angle. So like ABC, the angle at B, the inside part.
Exactly, ممتاز. So here when we see these three letters, there should be the sign of an angle like this. Like this, so
and also an M sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
I think also sometimes it's an M. Then the angle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes. But here, if you see the three letters, the letter in the middle means يعني has the angles that we want. So we want the measurement of this angle. So how are we going to find it?
So we know the formula of an exterior angle. It's 4x will be 50 plus 2x.
Yes. 50. Excellent, ممتاز.
And then we do minus 2x on both sides. We get 2x equals 50.
Exactly. So 2x would equal to 50.
And we divide by 2 on both sides. X is 25.
Exactly, ممتاز. So x is 25. So now that we found x, now we need to find this one. So how are we going to find it?
The angles inside a triangle make up 180. So 180 equals 50 plus 2x plus ABC.
Exactly, ممتاز. So as you said here, in the triangle it has 180, so we can add 50 plus 2x plus the angle of B. Also, we can do an easier one, which is adding the 4x with B, which also equals
180, yeah.
180, right? Because it's a straight line. Okay, so 180 equals 4x plus B that we want. So we know that x equals 25. So 180 equals 4 times 25 plus B. And we know that this is 100. So B lastly would equal to 80, right?
Yeah.
Yes, excellent. So the answer is B. So is it clear? How did we get the angle B?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. يلا, question 15. Yes, Abdullah?
Okay, so if we subtract 20% from a number and it becomes 240, and the original number is, so I think we do the equation 20 over 100 equals 240 over x.
So here you're right. We're going to do this equation that we are like 240 over x. But here, is it 20 or is it going to be something else?
It's going to be 80 because 240 is 80% of.
Yes, exactly, ممتاز. So because we said we subtracted
20%
20%,
off of 100.
Yeah, and it became 200.
80.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be x equals 240 times 100 over 80.
So we can simplify here first.
Cancel the zeros, yeah, these two. 240 times 10 over 8.
Yeah. So you simplify.
We can divide 200. We can simplify 240 divided by 8. Divided by 8 both up and down. It's going to be 40 times 10, making it 400. Yeah.
Here, so you're simplifying the 8 with the 240. Yeah, so this one is going to be actually 30, not 40, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, excellent. So it's going to be 30 times 10, which equals to 300. Excellent. Yeah. So, excellent, Abdullah. This is the way that we're going to do the question. We learned about the ratio here if we want to find the percentage. So, as we said, we removed 20% of the number, and what is remaining is 240. So this equals to 80%. So if 80%, 80 over 100 equals 240 over what? What is the total? So we found it by cross multiplying, and the answer is B. So I think it is wrong in your answer key if you want to change it so that you don't get confused. It's put in D, and the actual answer is B. Okay. Yeah, question 16. The difference between the area of two squares of two consecutive odd natural numbers is equal to. So, is there anyone who understands what this question wants from us? It is a bit confusing. Okay, so this question is basically saying that here between the area of two squares of two consecutive odd natural numbers. So the square here, first we have one square, and they said that the number is odd. So let's choose an odd number for example, 3. And they're asking about another square that is, they're consecutive, means that it's following the number 3. So it's also odd. So for example, we're going to put here 5. It's consecutive and both of them are odd. Okay. So the area of the two squares here, this is going to be what? The area of the square.
Wouldn't the first one be equal to 9 and the second one be equal to 25?
9, yes.
Yeah.
So it's square, like third square, and
Yeah.
here 5 square. As you said, this is going to be 9, this is going to be 25. So what they're asking about the difference between them, the difference between the area of those two squares. So what is the difference between them? Means that we're going to subtract them from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 25 minus 9 equals?
No, it's 16, yeah. 16.
Yeah, 16. So now we saw
twice their sum.
Yeah. Twice their sum. So exactly. So here when we add them together,
8. 8 times 2 is 16. So twice their sum.
Yeah, exactly. So here, since we found the difference, we're going to try and see if one of them is right, and we saw here that it is D, twice their sum. So the first one, the sum of the two numbers, means that if I add 3 and 5, I'm going to get the difference here. So this is not right. We remove it. The difference between them, the difference between the original numbers, we mean, equals to the difference between the squares. So 5 minus 3 does not equal 16. So this one is wrong. And here we have half their sum. So when I add them together, 3 plus 5 equals 8, and half of it is 4. So 4 does not equal 16. And lastly, we have twice their sum, means that I'm going to add the original numbers, which is going to be 8. And twice this number is 16, so D is going to be the right answer. So how did we do this question? Basically, when you try to visualize the question, when you put an example for you, it's going to be much easier to solve the question. Okay, so is that clear? Is this question clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, question 17.
Can you please repeat?
Yes, Fatima.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so here, what is the point that you didn't understand?
All of it.
Okay, so first I'm going to visualize the question that we have. They said the difference here means that I'm going to subtract them from each other. Of the area of two squares of two consecutive odd natural numbers. So natural here means like they're not, like they're integers. They're not with fractions. Okay. So the two squares here, I found like the first one, which is this one, with an odd number, which is 3. And the second one should be consecutive to it, means that it's following the number 3, and it should be odd. So the next odd number after 3 is 5. So now that I have the squares, they're asking about the area of these squares. So I found the area of the squares. Here it is 9, and here it is 25. Lastly, what are they actually asking us? They're asking about the difference between the area. The difference between the area means that they want us to subtract them from each other. So this is what I did. 25 minus 9 equals to 16. And they're asking about this number, 16. What is it equal to? So you're going to try all the answers here, the sum of the two numbers, the difference between them, the half of their sum. but the only one that is applicable and it equals to the difference to 16 is going to be twice their sum. Means that I added 5 plus 3 and then I doubled it or multiplied by 2 and it equals to 16, just like what we got.
Oh, okay. Thank
Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Yeah, like question 17. Do you want to do question 17, Fatima?
Miss,
Yeah.
can I do another question?
Okay. No, do you want to try with me? It's easy. It's not hard.
Okay.
Okay. So read the question first.
18 workers finish a job in 5 days. How many workers do we need to get the work done in 2 days?
Okay. So here in these questions, what do we have? We have two items that we want to see, like the relationship between them. Do you remember when we talked about the direct relationship and the inverse relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, we need to see, is it direct? Means that when this, when this side increases, this side also increases. And when the number of workers increase, the duration or the days will increase, or it's the opposite. It's inverse, means that when the workers increase, the days would decrease. What do you think?
I think when the workers increase, the days decrease.
Decrease, exactly. So it is inverse, صح? So here, this one increases, this one decreases. So since it's inverse, what we're gonna do is not the fraction like this, what we do and then cross multiply. No, we are going to multiply them by each other. Means that 18 times 5 equals what they're asking about, the number of workers. So x times the days, which is 2. Excellent. So now we've solved for x. So what is going to be the answer?
Miss دقيقة الكالكوليتر.
يلا.
So
here,
18
yeah.
will be 90.
It's going to be
90. 18 multiplied 5.
18 multiplied by 5, but you have to divide it by 2. Don't forget.
45.
45. Excellent. So it's going to be 45. So yeah, in these questions, you have to see, is the relationship direct or inverse? If it's direct, you're going to use division. If it's inverse, you're going to use multiplication and solve accordingly.
Inverse.
Yeah, inverse it's called. Okay, and direct. You can look it up. The rule, the formula is is there in Google. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question 18. That's another question of science. So if we heat the quantity of air, this leads to what? What do you think? Is there anyone who has a guess? Yes, Abdullah?
I think it's going to be a decrease in its weight and a decrease in its pressure.
Yeah, so which letter?
B.
B or D?
Yeah.
B, yes. So it is going to be B. Excellent. So here they're asking if it's if I heat the air, what is going to happen to the weight? So why do you think the weight would decrease?
I don't know how to explain it, but it was just like a bit of common knowledge. That's how I answered. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, so yeah, يعني you can answer it with common knowledge. يعني you can even like just imagine if there is a flask full of air and only يعني flames or يعني I don't know, heat is under it. What's going to happen to the particles is that they're going to move very frantically because of the energy. The heat energy is transferred into kinetic energy. Means that it's going to move very frantically from one place to another. So the faster or the more they move, the lesser the weight it's going to be. Okay. So you see, it's hard for you to weigh something if it's not staying still. So the weight would be decreased, and the increase in pressure is also because of this kinetic movement. If it's in a flask and it's closed, the movement of the particles is going to exert some pressure on this flask, and the more it heats, the more energy it gets. So the more it's gonna exert pressure on the sides of the flask. So that's why sometimes things just break down under heat. Okay, so that's why the answer is B. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, question 19. So here we're back to the verbal section, I guess. Who did answer question 19? Yes, Haida?
All cats are not white and all foxes are right. Choose the correct inference. So I don't really get what they mean by not all cats are not white, but I guess like it's a hypothetical.
Yes, a hypothetical situation.
So then it would be all foxes are not cats because the cats can't be white and the foxes are always white.
Yeah, excellent. So the answer would be A. As you said, it's the illogical questions, the imaginary ones. They're saying that all of the cats cannot be white and all of the foxes are white. So as you said, A is going to be the right answer. ممتاز.
Miss,
يلا.
why B?
Why?
Not B.
Why not B?
Yeah.
Yeah, so here in B, they're saying that some foxes are cats. So we said that the foxes are, all of them are white, صح?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's white, we said that cats cannot be white. All of them are not white. So those white foxes, they cannot be cats.
I thought that some cats were white.
No,
Okay.
all of them. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, question 20. Yes, Abdullah.
If iron is heavier than sand and gravel is heavier than dirt and lighter than sand, then their lightest weight is. Okay, so here it says iron is heavier than sand and gravel is heavier than dirt and lighter than sand.
Okay.
So since iron is heavier than sand, gravel is heavier than dirt and lighter than sand. Gravel would be
That's
the
right.
lightest
Yeah.
because.
Yes, so what do you think the answer is?
Gravel is the lightest because if already we know that iron is heavier than sand and gravel is heavier than dirt. But gravel is lighter than sand. And sand isn't heavier than anything, so it's going to be gravel.
But gravel is heavier than dirt. So it's heavier than something. Yeah. So it cannot be gravel, yeah?
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yes. Let's try and draw it. Do you remember that we
have iron, then
we have iron that is heavier than
we
sand.
have sand, then gravel.
Yeah, then sand, and then
dirt. So it's gonna
gravel.
be dirt.
Yeah, and lastly it's going to be
dirt.
So here the lightest one is
dirt.
Yes, exactly. ممتاز, Abdullah. So here we're back to the ones that are asking about the order or the sequence. So the iron is the heaviest here. Here is the heavy. Here's the light. So when we arranged them, we got that the dirt is the lightest. ممتاز. Okay, question 21. Another verbal question. So anyone had have an idea of what's the answer? يلا غير عبد الله. يلا فاطمة.
Is it A?
It is A. ممتاز. So here they're saying my neighbor plants some flowers in her garden, such as jasmine and chrysanthemums. Okay, so they said basically they said that they're planting some flowers. So this term should mean flower. Excellent. Okay. Yalla, for the last page of the first test. Which option complements the following? Anyone has any guess? Yes, Haida.
So if we look from left to right, I think they go clockwise. They go clockwise in the line. So it's gonna be whatever fills in the blank. Let's see. I think it'll be A.
So yes, it will be A. ممتاز. Excellent. So as you said here, the movement of the dots are going like in a clockwise manner. First it was here, and then it was here, and then it became here, and then it went down like this. And in the second row, it started from the last place in the previous row. So here, and then the same thing happens, clockwise movement. So here you can imagine that this one here, it should be, the next one should be here. So this one should be in this position. And here we have A and B. So we deleted C and D. Now we have to decide which one. So the next one is going to be A, because it's going to move up in this corner. Okay, excellent, Haidar. So the answer is A. Okay. Yalla, question 23. Which choices represent a periodic change? Yes, Abdullah.
So I think it's going to be child growth, because periodic change is like a change that is repeated and it happens for a long period of time. And child growth is exactly that.
So how is child growth repeated?
Because when we grow up, we get taller, we have that's so they're like things that are get repeated, but like it goes to a certain extent.
Yeah, so here in child growth, they mean يعني when the baby is an infant, so they're just laying on their back, and then they start rotating on their stomach. So actually this pattern is non-periodic, because periodic means that they're going to back to the same point. So this child who started laying on their back should at some point be on the same position, lying on their back, and then learning again how to rotate, and then learning again how to crawl. Okay. Yeah, so child growth is linear, or called non-periodic change. Okay, so what do you think? And another answer who has periodic changes means that it's between 2 points, moving from one to another, like this. So is it yeah?
Would it be volcanoes, because keeps erupts magma, and then magma comes back to it, and then does it again.
Yeah, so here also volcanoes are considered non-periodic
No,
because
but
yeah, so you have a valid point that the magma starts coming out, but does it come down again?
it
Not
reproduces,
not
it
uh,
produces
not
it.
necessarily, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the answer here would be sea waves. Why? Because do you know the motion of sea waves? It's called in Arabic المد والجزر. Okay. So it's periodic changes means that first, if this is the beach, so and this is
Yeah.
the sea waves,
And it
yeah,
goes in
الجزر it's
the
going back.
waters.
Yeah. المد
Yeah,
it's
the
going.
water. Mhm.
Yeah, so it's moving in this periodic change means that it only has two motions, one from here and going on like this, from one here and like this. It does not grow, it does not change to another thing. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so this
Yeah,
is
I
called a
got it.
periodic change. You can see that I think there are more examples. You can look into periodic slash non-periodic changes. So you're going to see much more examples that you can cover so that you can put those in mind. Okay. ممتاز. يلا, question 24. So this question is about a pattern that we need to find the last shape in the question mark. Yes, Rital?
I think it's gonna be C.
It is going to be C. Excellent. So why is it C?
Because it's a pattern. The first one, we started with an empty circle, and then the one after it, it was the same as C, and the directions, they're opposite.
Yes, exactly. So as you said, it started with an empty circle and then only black dot and then black circle. And now we're back to the empty circle. So the next one should be a one with the plaid dot. So D is not right. But we see here that first it was facing the left and then facing the right, facing the left and facing the right. So the next one should be facing the left, this direction. So C is the only one that applies. ممتاز. Okay, now for the last question of the first test. If all the objects below are of one substance, in what case is the force of gravity are great? So we talked about this yesterday. It's about the force of attraction from any object, any two objects. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you think the answer would be? Yes, Abdullah?
Wouldn't it be D because the greater the mass, the more gravity there is?
Exactly, ممتاز. So D is going to be the right answer because it is heavier, it is bigger. The bigger the item or the object, the more gravity it's gonna exert.
Gravity.
Yeah. And also the closer they are to each other, the more gravity the higher the force it's gonna be. Okay. So if I had those two exact ones but far away from each other, the gravity is not going to be as great as this one. Okay. So with that, we're done with the first test.